Hey, so just wanted to point out a couple things that I think is important to know as far as the foundation goes. First of all, this tile has been cracked for a long time now. We don't remember, I don't remember it being not cracked. I remember it being a lot finer of a crack. Wasn't sure how it got there, but eventually there's more splitting, and then not even that, but you can see how it's cracked and split this joint all the way down there and then up through there. After following it a little bit, it would go up here. We don't use this. Down here there's more of a crack, and it just follows down there. And show another spot here in this bathroom that is sort of in line with where that is. Let's see, you can see here it's also made an impact where this toilet is, cracked there as well. So all of it kind of leads to basically the house being somewhat split, like right down this line out to, I don't know if I've noticed any specific like cracks splitting out here. It's kind of hard to tell anyway. Doesn't really look like it. Nothing obvious to me, but I mean it could be there in the corner. Let me go back in. We did notice one day there's a little bit of like drywall compound stuff just cracks like along this, and so looking up, it's like, oh yeah, there's like some splitting happening here, just like along that seam and that wall, and especially this is the big one. So this has been split. This crack is new, but then this side is just getting wider and wider and longer. In fact, like this piece here, like whatever, I can mess with it, but that little piece like just comes right out. You can put it right back in. So let me step out front to show some of what we've seen in the front too. Oh, and this door has shifted a lot. We've run into it a lot in my work, as far as like sometimes doors, like they just sag a little bit and you'll have to do some adjustments to it, which at first that's what I thought it was. So I put a longer screw in this hinge to like get everything buttoned up, but as you can see, like it is pulled pretty much all the way up against the jamb here and even at the bottom, so it's about as flush with the jamb as it can be on the hinge side. But it had basically like sunk down on this side to where I had to adjust the striker plate on this side to match up with the lock, because we couldn't even lock it for a little bit. But you can see that here, the gap between the top of the door and the jamb, as we go further out here, how much wider it is. I mean, I can almost stick my pinky in there versus not at all. And then not to mention, it dropped on that side, which has opened up the trim a little bit there. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal to me, but just, again, wanted to share so someone's aware of it. Not so much obvious out here. I think the caulking just kind of dried up, not a big deal. Okay, you can definitely see shifting going on here, where the caulking was, and then everything's just kind of like shifted over a little bit. Yeah, not as obvious up here or anything. Up here by the garage though, it certainly has. You can see here where a lot of it is just kind of pulled away. Look how big of a gap that's made with garage. I mean, that one too, it's split pretty far from, I mean, my goodness, that one's over 1/2 inch up there. So yeah, I mean, at some parts it's pretty substantial, other parts not really as much. And the start of, you can see the crack here. And again, this is pretty much in line from there through to, you know, the tile right there, and that crack, and so on. So, but again, this isn't really so much a video to, you know, say it needs to be fixed or anything, but just as a to be courteous, to make sure that someone's aware of it. But that's it.